All right, guys, the Iceman here on the Jeffrey Rose YouTube channel, the man with the plan, the man with the knowledge, the man that's controversial, and the man that has an idea. I have to really discuss this. Okay, TNA wrestling. You know, last year when we found out that AJ Styles was not going to be re-signed by Dixie Carter, we all sort of went nuts. I myself included. Um, the biggest name in TNA history, in my eyes, AJ Styles, and then thereafter there was other stars that left that Dixie didn't want to pay money to, and it went on and on and on. And through the first of the year, and actually for the first few months of the year, we all were thinking, well, this is the end of TNA, and I got to give credit to Dixie Carter where credit is due because she, a lot of times we think she doesn't really know a lot about the wrestling business, but I'm going to tell you, since just prior to the New York City tapings at the Manhattan Center Ballroom, she's become a genius in my eyes. She has revived TNA Impact Wrestling. She has put together shows that are captivating. The audience gets into it, and week after week, we want to see more. When one show is over, we can't wait till the following week. And I never thought I'd really be saying this about Dixie Carter, but she truly does care about TNA wrestling. There was at one point I really didn't think she did, but it's come to me finally. It took a lot of knocking on the head to come to the realization, that maybe Dixie didn't know a lot about wrestling when she first got into the business, but she's learned a lot. And yeah, she's made a lot of mistakes, as any new owner would. But I will have to say, in the last few months, Dixie Carter's done a phenomenal job for TNA Impact Wrestling. And it culminates to the point where on this past Thursday, she is so dedicated to TNA Impact Wrestling and wanting to make this promotion better. She allowed herself to get thrown through a table. Now, people may not think that's a big deal, but this is a woman going through a table. Now, she's not a big woman. She's not a muscular woman. She is just a slender woman at that. And I think for her, with this storyline, having Bully Ray put her through the table was probably the best choice she could ever make, because who's better putting anybody through tables than the Dudley Boys? Bully Ray, his new name in TNA, Devon, those guys specialize putting people through tables. And give her a lot of credit, guys. You got to give her a lot of credit, because she's not a spring chicken, so to speak. I'm not saying she's old, but she's not real young. But, when you get up to that age, doing something like that could be very, very devastating to your body. It could be very traumatic. And so if people think that Dixie Carter doesn't care about the wrestling business and TNA wrestling, just seeing what happened on this past Thursday's Impact with her getting thrown through the table by Bully Ray, it's got to change your mind. Because why else would she do it? To help out TNA, to help out their ratings, just to help the promotion out, period. She did not have to do this. If she didn't care, she wouldn't have done it. But she did it. And I'm going to tell you, watching the show, leading up to her going through that table, I'm sitting at the edge of my chair, and I got goosebumps, because it's something that You know, we've seen women go through tables years ago, but it was years ago. And to see somebody like Dixie Carter go through a table, it's just like, are you kidding me? It's really going to happen? And TNA put on such a great show on Thursday night from start to finish. I mean, it couldn't have got any better than that. You know, a lot of people are saying, well, they had a lot of segments, but you know, they had scheduled so many matches, so they filled in the time with their segments. And the thing of it was, their segments were so meaningful. We had Angelina Love and Velvet Sky come out, confront Taryn Terrell and Gail Kim. And this led up to a 4-way Knockouts title next week, which is great. But I'll tell you, to see like guys like Aries come out, Bobby Roode come out, Eric Young come out, and Gail Kim, the whole backstage roster come out and block that ramp so Dixie could not leave. I mean, how orchestrated was that? How choreographed was that? That was done to perfection. And I've been down on Dixie Carter, and I'm going to tell you this right now. Maybe Spike TV won't renew their contract, but you want to know something? They will get another TV contract, and whoever gets TNA, they got a prize. Because I will say this, watching TNA for the last 6 weeks compared to watching the WWE, and I'm not knocking the WWE, but TNA has given us something different, something, we don't expect. It's very unpredictable, whereas the WWE programming has been very, very predictable, in my eyes anyway. I love TNA on Thursday night. I cannot wait for next week. I think there's a lot of good things to come. I love the fact that they were doing shows in New York City, which a lot of people thought would never work just because it's WWE territory. Well, Dixie proved them wrong. Even though it's a small venue, it's not a large attendance, but TNA is used to this. But the crowd went nuts when Dixie went through the table. I mean, this was a reaction I haven't seen from a crowd in a very, very long time for any promotion. I remember when Ring of Honor was in the Manhattan Ballroom, they got a very good crowd reaction. And it was nice to hear the crowd go, TNA, 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 or this is awesome, this is awesome. It was great. And it's something we haven't heard in a long time for TNA wrestling. And I give Dixie Carter all the credit in the world to put her body on the line to help make this promotion, that much better. And if anybody thinks that Dixie isn't trying, to push along this promotion, after watching Impact Wrestling on Thursday night, how could you think not? This is the Iceman on the Jeffrey Rose YouTube channel, the Iceman V2013. Please give me your thoughts. Please give me your opinions. Subscribe. Peace out, everybody.